Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. This is Friday Night Frosthaven. And here we are, well, most of us. No, that's not even true. Exactly half of us.
Yes, 50%.
And most of the people who will be here, because once again, we are sans Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren is not able to join us, sadly. So that is what it is. Fingers crossed for next time, as always. I've switched up my setup here. I got to figure out exactly where to
Yes,
put my camera. This
we might end
should,
up with another situation where a horde of beetles just joins us right before the scenario begins.
yes, it's entirely possible because we
Mm-hmm.
do have an outpost phase to get through tonight. And
Mm-hmm.
before we get through that outpost phase, obviously, step one of the outpost phase is the passage of time. And we're actually tripping two events on our calendar that are
Mm-hmm.
contained in the same square, which is pretty exciting stuff. So it's quite possible that will take up most of our time. We'll see what happens. But here we are. We are waiting for Rich. We don't know why, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm going to say it's something related to his son's bedtime.
Yeah, that tends to be the issue at hand on Friday nights.
That's my guess. So
Mm-hmm.
what we're gonna do for now is we'll put the player one greeting and introduction on hold. We'll say, unfortunately, player two, Lauren, could not be with us. Although, if you miss Lauren, or you're like, who's this Lauren that they're talking about? Because you've only recently started watching the show. You could go over to YouTube, look up Mini World Masters, and Lauren is one of the players. Mini World Masters is, I guess, mainly a D&D campaigns on YouTube kind of deal. And she's a player in their main one. But she also recently hosted her own contained adventure with,
Yeah,
from what I understand, feminist themes and an all-female party, both in
sure,
the
sure.
characters and the players. And it's called Dungeons and Dolls. So you can check that out if you want. Mini World Masters, folks. But yeah, and then, hey, player three, playing the Inox Drifter, who we call the biggest hobo. It's Greg. How you doing, Greg?
Hey, I'm doing good, James. I had a good day. I got out. We're having lovely weather this for the season.
Yep.
So I spent most of my day, well, I spent the early part of my day, I should say, uh, out and about, and so that was lovely. Uh, and yeah, excited to get to Outpost. How about you? How
Excellent.
you player four
Yeah. So
introducing
yeah,
James?
here I am, player four, your host, the game runner, uh, to the extent that I'm capable of doing such things, and also playing the Aether Bone Shaper Megara. It's me, James, the Dream Street guy. Hey, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty friggin' good. I had a good week, both in the sense of getting lots of work done, very productive work week, doing satisfying things. I also have some tedious administrative tasks that need to be done in May, but they just need to be done in May. So I'm not doing them until probably the very last possible second. And
Yeah,
in the
come
meantime,
on.
I'm focused on things that I find compelling and worthwhile and that are setting me up for a better fall term. Stupinski, hail! I knew you were
Hey.
there because I saw you. I saw you conducting the chat test for us. Much appreciated during the starting soon screen. But welcome. I hope that Friday, what is it? Must be early to mid morning. Like the nighttime part of the morning. Not mid morning, like 10 o'clock. But it is obviously morning time.
Like
On
pre-dawn is what you're talking about.
post,
2
yeah,
a.m.
2
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah,
That's what I was thinking about early to mid. I was thinking of mid as being like 3, 4. Whereas if you conceptualize the morning in terms of when you wake up, obviously, you would not consider that to be the mid morning. But anyway, well, I hope that you are enjoying being up this late. Is it at least a sign that you are not as tired from the convention as you were the last time we spoke? Uh, yeah, so that was good. Also
yeah.
good is that I got some time for a little impromptu Lolo streaming. So I played some Lolo 3, Adventures of Lolo 3 yesterday, which is very satisfying. We managed to get Greg and James beat 'em up going again. We,
Yes,
we have a
finally.
streak of one going, so that's exciting. And also, finally, good things for my week. Although I have not yet acquired it, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out today. So I'll pick that up tomorrow.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I did not have a chance to pick it up today. But I will pick it up tomorrow, and then in a show of Herculean dedication, I will come home and play Pool of Radiance. And then maybe get some Tears of the Kingdom in the evening. We shall see.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it's coming soon, and I'm very excited.
I think it's safe to assume that every second you're not playing Pool of Radiance, the Tears of the Kingdom will be cracked open.
Well, a lot depends. You know, I do have a partner who I live with, and sometimes she thinks we should spend time together on Saturday evening. So
that's the best part about a Switch, James. Though it's portable, you can have that with you no matter what happens.
Listen, board game event at the city library. That sounds fun, Stimpinski.
Oh, nice.
Do they reach out to you to be like, please come to our board game event, Mr. Expert? Or is that more of just a thing that you like to attend because you're an enthusiast? Listen, if I ran a public library and Stimpinski lived around here and I wanted to put a board game event together, I'd be like, what do you want to do with this board game event you're going to host for the library? Oh, nice. Serendipity. Yeah, so eventually I have no problem with using portable mode on the Switch to play Tears of the Kingdom because it's going to be a very long game. I also played plenty of Breath of the Wild on portable mode, but I'm not playing...
Portable mode is honestly my preferred way of playing pretty much any Switch game.
Well, I'm not going to be doing that for the sweeping opening portions. I want to get immersed in the experience. Also, my preferred way to play Zelda, at least console Zeldas from... honestly, Twilight Princess on, even though this wasn't nearly as necessary for Twilight Princess, is standing in front of the television with my formerly nunchuck and Wiimote in hand, and now my two Joy-Cons in hand. It's also not there's no motion sword in I don't care. That's
you just want to be standing.
I'm the only person who literally probably the only person, except maybe Eiji Onoma himself, although he gave in, who ever thought yep, this is what Zelda was always supposed to be when Skyward Sword came out.
Yeah.
It was right up my alley. So yeah, good week. And now I'm excited to get into this Outpost phase. I'm excited. Did you play any cool games, Stimpinski? Like a game you hadn't played before? Or a game that you just really like and you played there?
Yeah, as we wait for Rich to arrive, let's I will say, as we wait for Stimpinski, I know that you're the type of person, James, that once you're sold on a game, you don't want to see, you want to experience it raw. You don't want to see anybody else play it.
Yes.
Despite being a person who at this point in their life plays games for others to watch.
Yes.
However, I do watch people play games, so I have seen a couple of people today who have posted Tears of the Kingdom content. And I will say this about specifically Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild and that type of game, the sort of truly open worldy games. Mm-hmm. It is the exact sort of game. I like watching people play games, but it is the exact sort of game that makes you just, whenever you watch it, you just go like, man, I want to play this. I like this person, because this person can do anything. Yeah. And you're watching them choose to do something that you wouldn't. And you can just see in the background.
So they stop for a moment. And they're like, "Oh, hey, look! Can you see on that mountain? There's something there." Anyway, we'll look at that later. You're like, "Oh, go to the mountain! No. What is that thing?" I can imagine that being frustrating.
I want to stop here for a second and mess around for a bit. And you're like, "No, there's a thing right there. It's just over the hill. Just make it. You can come back and screw around anytime you want."
Oh my. Okay. I want to pop up the Outpost screen for a minute. We won't start the Outpost phase without Rich. Mm-hmm. But what we will start, we're looking here at the northern coast. We'll finish the scenario wrap-up stuff. All the kind of update the map.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay. I'm going to adjust my camera yet again because on the Outpost phase, you're on a different part of the screen. So I don't want to be turning far from the camera every time I glance over at you. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's actually not important to anybody but me. I'm aware of that. Okay. So, wrapping up, we got... I should just look up the section. It was on page 4. I remember that well. Here we are. The end of Jagged Shoals. Besides the most exciting, the headline news, which is that we unlocked the Lurker Deep Wraith, who I'm very excited for. We got 2 new campaign stickers. One, another piece of the Coral Crown, the Lurker Crown. Yes. And the other, a sticker called Shard Seeker that indicates that we are now seeking the shards of the crown that we already have 3 out of 6 pieces of.
Yeah, we were just stumbling into them. Now we actually are meeting it.
Yeah, before we were just like, oh, this is kind of cool. They kind of like, they fit together. I wonder if there's 4 more of these. Now, we're very confident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the hard part here is just getting this sticker out without damaging it. I've succeeded at that.
Always. Fantastic.
See how it's supposed to go in. I'm going to take this away for a moment and return it to view when I feel like I've either screwed it up or not screwed it up.
It should make a crown.
Sure, but it doesn't look like a crown yet. Especially because I decided to add these stickers. Well, I could have perhaps foreseen this, but the words campaign stickers are now partially covered by the Lurker Crown. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. I decided
maybe centered it a bit more.
Of the 6 pieces that the base piece, the part that would actually go on ahead, is the last piece we'll find to bring it all together. But having so done that, it's a little less intuitive how the other pieces are supposed to stick together as they come out. It does provide a helpful little guide. And,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and also I've done something wrong here. It might be too late though.
No, surely.
No.
Surely you can fix it.
No,
this is another reason people to buy the
replacement
special stickers. Well, they also sell the what are they? It's not velvet. What is the name? The V word I'm missing here?
Velcro?
No, the type of stickers they sell. They have
vellum.
Yes, they're reaffixable vellum stickers. So you can
there we go.
Pick them up and put them back down. Much more easier.
There. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's no longer... It's still abutting the words campaign stickers, but it's not covering them. We are also... And this is not something I need to assemble. I just need to place it while leaving a fair bit of space everywhere. And I'll put it right over here. The Shard Seeker sticker. Wait, if I put that below the crown, it's going to get ruined. I'm going to actually go to the exact opposite end. And we'll backfill from there.
Sure.
There's a very good chance it's going to wind up looking like a the lead singer in a punk band's guitar. Just stickers all over it with no clear structure. But for now, I'm trying to place them fairly well. I guess a better reference for the context, rather than it's going to look like a punk band guitarist's guitar, would be to say that it's going to look like the insides of an Ultima 7 inventory pouch.
Just all jumbled around.
Just like, where the fuck is my gold? Where's the gold? It's gone, buddy. It's gone. Okay, so those are the 2 stickers that we had to add. So basically, our one active subplot continues to be that we're finding pieces of this crown,
and
we're intrigued.
We've been pulled even further north. Was that what the last time said?
Well, let's find out, because we have got the new scenario, Ice Floes. So I'm going to bring up the scenario flow chart. Yeah, so last time we completed the Jagged Shoals scenario, which I've just checked off. And that unlocks a single scenario, Ice Floes. Let me just punch this open.
Lord British, or British 1984.
Hey, British.
Welcome. Yes.
This haven, they named it Frosthaven for a reason, for sure. Oh, there's a new symbol. Let me
Where are we at?
Find out here. What does this mean? Oh, okay, check it out. Beyond the ice floes, is unlocked by a calendar section.
Oh, so we can't, even after we do this scenario, we can't move on until...
We'll just be waiting. We'll be waiting for a calendar event to open up scenario 33.
All right.
Oh, I spelled ice flows with an E, but they've spelled it actually with a W here. Wait, that doesn't seem
That's
right.
not correct.
I know it's not correct, but is that how they call it? They call it everywhere? No, in the scenario book. Not the full team, no. Lauren is definitely in a busy part of her life. And listen, this is not a criticism of Lauren. We're not her priority, which is fair enough. I mean, we're not even her priority playing game campaign style role playing adventures on the internet. So yeah, so no Lauren, but we're confident we'll see her again.
What's the section? Are we adding it to the thing, or is it something that's already going to happen?
I'll just say it. As we learned from the Robert situation, our friend Robert, who we used to play Gloomhaven with, and who we played Friday Night Forgotten Circles with on here. As we learned from that example, I don't mind ruthlessly replacing a friend when I believe that they're truly gone. So as long as that sprite's up there, you know that I still consider Lauren a part of our team.
You still hold out hope.
And one day when I've slotted someone else in, you'll know that my heart is hardened to her. No, I still love Robert. Okay, so the ice flow scenario has been added. Now we gotta stick it on the map. It's going to go in segment I2. And let's see, I2. It is somewhat to the north of where the Jagged Shoals scenario. Wait, no, it's not.
No, it's to the east.
It's directly east. In fact, let me check off the Jagged Shoals to indicate our victory.
So, James, sorry, I asked, but you
please ask again.
So, are we adding a thing to the calendar, or is that an existing thing that we have to read?
No, yeah, it's not been added. I think there's a reasonable chance it gets added after the ice flows scenario.
Oh, that's a fair point.
I guess you never know, but seems quite possible. If, when Stupinski said, also, I need to catch some sleep, Stupinski, if that was your good night, then you're already gone. And so it doesn't matter that I'm saying good night to you now. But let the record show that I eventually did.
Let the record show that we miss you.
All right. Boom. Okay. All right. Feels good when you really put the sticker on right.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh yeah, all the lines, because it actually, like, the sticker's got a little bit of this, it all fit. It all fit. This ice flow.
It's a lovely sticker.
It fits, yeah. So the picture on the ice flows.
I will say some of these stickers very clearly are more, like, stylized. They're representative. They're not actually supposed to be like to scale with the rest of the map. I'm thinking specifically of the giant tower.
Probably this tower was not meant to be bigger than any building that has ever existed or ever could exist.
Yeah,
maybe it was. Here for the ice flow scenario, it's a picture of our boat, which is not always right there.
Yeah. But I do love the style of sticker that they're doing. That really, I feel when the map is full, it will be
pretty,
really cool too.
Like it already looks nice, but as it fills in, and I like these. It's got these like kind of section stickers, like the tower was, because there's multiple scenarios in the tower, and just like that over here, there's like the cave system within the mountain that we get like an X-ray view of, and that's an overlay sticker too. That wasn't there at the start.
Yeah.
It's all pretty cool stuff. I am pretty fond of a lot of the aesthetic decisions they made in fleshing out this game. Okay, that's the sticker. It's on there. So at this point, let's see. We are 15 minutes past when Rich said that he might be late till. So Greg.
Now, Rich did send a message into the group that you might not have seen.
I certainly haven't.
Yes. It said that he was having some trouble, but he wasn't tagging out. He says, I'll be there ASAP. And he did say that at the time when he was supposed to be here.
So
So
15 minutes ago. But he's going to
yeah,
be here ASAP. All right.
he's gonna
All
be
right.
here ASAP.
I'm not even going to put up the absent Rich sprite. That's how much faith I have in Rich.
Okay. We've got a core amount of faith in Rich here. So,
Okay.
well, let's highlight
Well-
where we're at in Frosthaven before we start
Right.
the outpost phase. What do we got?
Okay. Let me just clear myself some space here so I can move the map and reveal the outpost of Frosthaven.
Okay.
There we go. So, I mean, this is our outpost. It's pretty sparse still.
Pretty sparse.
The buildings that we have built are just the logging camp and one section of wall, not this one, but one of them.
We did build a wall section though, yeah.
We did. Yep. I'm trying to figure out which one we built. I mean, I know it's the lowest level.
It'll be the one that's a sticker.
Yes. Right. Right. Ah, but the problem is, I put the stickers on so smoothly. No, really.
Did we build a section of wall?
Yes, we built a section of wall. That definitely happened.
Okay. You still have it in the stuff we can build section of the.
Okay, that reflects nothing except the fact that I haven't touched it.
I know that you don't update it because you also don't have the other building that we can build on here yet.
Okay, hold on. Let's just take a look around. Oh wow, I just realized.
What's that?
Oh, okay. We got to go back to the map because I just realized the stickers in this game, for their many good qualities, do have an unfortunate tendency of splitting really easily along really neat lines when you're taking them out. And I didn't notice that had happened way back when we added the tower, which is about to look a lot cooler.
There's a section of the tower we didn't have?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And that would have clarified where, because do you remember I was like, where the hell is scenario 23 supposed to go? Well, here's your answer. Past self.
That's the basement, eh?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, how's this supposed to be fitting here? Oh, it's kind of like a sock or a boot.
Yeah. A classic tower boot.
Tower boot. All right. So it's something. It's not a clean. Weird. It doesn't quite fit at all. It partially covers the Spire basement sticker, but.
Well, I think that maybe the Spider basement was supposed to partially cover it.
Yes, I mean it absolutely was, but we got what we got. So.
Yeah, what we got.
All right. Okay. Fine. But I was just looking to make sure that I had taken off a wall sticker. But I'm almost positive that we did because we had to add to our defense when we built it.
Yes.
Oh, but did we? Did we truly?
Did we truly build it? That's something I cannot know. I can't say that I recall, but I do recall that we wanted to build it.
Yes, we did.
I think we did, yeah.
There's absolutely okay. This is why. It's because the wall sticker does not any longer have the notice about how to build it. It covers that.
Of course,
it just
gets
says
rid of that.
+5 defense. So there we go.
Okay.
So there's the wall. We've built not the alchemist, just the logging camp. We have the no, not the logging camp. Which one do we build?
No, we built the logging camp. The logging camp is the one we built.
It is?
Yeah.
Are you certain?
Yeah, because you can update the logging camp. Is why it still has a thing on it.
But this is not even the sticker. Did I not put the logging camp sticker on when we built it?
We built a logging camp because we've been spending gold to get wood.
No, I know we did build it. I'm just discovering that
Did you not put it on? Wow. So it's a good thing Rich isn't here because we're discovering a lot about the game. Vis-a-vis stickers.
This is what Rich is talking about. How whenever he's not here, this is a very well-structured stream where everybody learns something.
Yeah, so it would be logging camp like 1. It would be
Yeah.
like the first
Yeah.
version of the logging camp,
Here's our logging camp. Of
which we.
course, stickers shearing apart.
But yeah,
Every
we've had the logging camp for a while.
we have.
Remember to put the boat on. The boat sticker looks great. You can't even tell that it's a sticker really.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was
That's
gonna
the thing.
say it doesn't really need to merge with the environment, but it does, and I just did a great job of it. Oh my god. Maybe this is why I didn't put the logging camp sticker on. This thing is
Just coming
like
apart and
like it's been through a bread slicer almost.
oh,
Wait.
jeez.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. There's actually only one horizontal bisection. It's just annoying that there's even that. Okay. So, I guess I'll go one piece at a time.
That's what they say.
Doesn't cost you a dime.
I put my pants on one piece at a time. All right, so clearly it's supposed to match up with the wall as well.
It is. So this should go. Oh my goodness.
That is the thing that separates this lower section of the map from the upper section, where the stickers are sort of stylized, like we were saying a moment ago. This is it. Everything is supposed to remain
matching up at all. Oh
too
god.
scale. I think put it up a little bit higher.
Yeah, but that
It'll
doesn't
match a little better.
making it
Like the logging camp wood, I don't think has to go immediately over where the logging camp ends.
No, I
Correct.
guess it's just supposed to
Just
be
line
like
up the
No, this
line
doesn't
up
line
the
up
fence.
with the doesn't line up with the fence in any logical way that I can see.
How do you mean?
I mean, there's like a break, and there's no
Yeah.
break anywhere in this fence.
Well, look at the other half of the sticker. Maybe it's adding a break to the fence
Okay.
so that they can get the logs in and out.
You know what? Fine. Let's start with the other part. It would be great though if these stickers just came off in a single piece easily.
Yes. Yes.
That is
I can't deny that.
it's a missing piece here, but okay. Okay. Barely even get this thing
Yeah,
lined
and
up.
I'm right. I'm right. It's
Okay.
adding a door to the fence so
Okay.
that they can get their logs in and out.
Fine. Then I'm not going to worry that much. Especially since we'll eventually be covering this over with a higher level logging camp sticker. And hopefully the higher level stickers are a bit more sturdy. What do you suppose the odds are of that, Greg?
0.
Yeah.
They're going to be the same level of sturdiness.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
this,
no,
this
see,
is
they've
this
just-
is
they've-
no good. It's taking up space that's supposed to be occupied by something that comes later.
Put it up higher, James. Match up the fence. They've just added a door. It's not a nonsensical gap. It is a perfectly sensible gap.
Okay, so it's supposed to start like this. Okay. I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect. Fine.
Admit when you are wrong. Oh shit.
What?
Did it come apart in 2 places because it's supposed to? Because that's where the bend in the board is?
No. Wait. Oh, my goodness.
There you go, James.
Okay.
They actually thought of everything.
Fine. Fine, you win this one, Isaac.
That's actually exactly what they wanted to happen.
Okay. Well, and I recognized what was going on there. What do you think? What do you mean, British? What would you do with the stickers?
Just keep them safe. Keep them close to your heart. Yeah.
I'll tell you what Rich did with his. When we got Gloomhaven, we didn't know anything about the game, and so I encouraged everybody else, because we were playing remotely, to get their own replacement sticker set.
Yeah. We had no idea, to be fair.
It turns out almost none of those have any value to the player who's not running the game. And so what Rich wound up doing with his is that near my birthday, Hannah said, "Hey, Ethan, do you wanna make James a birthday card?" And so then she wrote "Happy Birthday, James" from Ethan on a piece of paper, and then he stuck all the stickers on it.
Yeah.
With no rhyme or reason. It looked great. It's awesome. It's on my fridge. Okay. So We are in the Outpost.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's a much better approach. I take a caution to the wind approach to my legacy style board games.
Yeah.
And I just
You want me playing
just
this with anybody else?
No, I won't have the energy for that. And by the time we get done with this, we're gonna be like, when's Swamphaven coming?
I'm pitching for Tidehaven. Or as I said in the group the other day that didn't get enough buzz, the sci-fi fantasy spin-off Moonhaven.
Moonhaven could be cool. It doesn't have to be sci-fi. You can just go there with a portal or something.
That's why it's science fantasy.
Yeah, but there doesn't have to be any science involved. That's all I'm saying. It could just be Aether bullshit.
If we're on the moon, that's science, baby. Moon's all about science.
One of science's greatest achievements was proving that there is a moon and claiming it for science. Mathematically. Okay, so that's good. Here we are.
Okay.
Shall we get started, Greg, with things happening at the Outpost?
Yeah, I sent a message into the group. Rich hasn't responded yet. Don't know what's holding him up. Hopefully everything's copacetic on his end.
That is certainly something we hope for. All right. So I've marked off the X on the calendar, and if you saw that exclamation point that was there before I put the X there, that's a reminder to me to go to the campaign sheet, where instead of an exclamation point, I've got actual section numbers written down. So these are two that were not innate to the game. I added these, or we added them through our decisions, but I wrote them down here on the calendar. Ooh, what's the series? Which moon? Is it just our moon? Or is it like landing on Europa? Okay, so Greg, we have two that we can do. I don't quite remember what put them there, and I certainly don't remember which number would refer to which thing, if I even remembered what the things were. So,
yes.
So,
do they have titles in the section book at least? Because here's the thing.
Yes.
I should say in the passage of time section, when you mark, you get to choose in what order you read the events.
If there are multiple things, you can essentially you can determine your own event focus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already doing good with focus. Although yes, I do realize that's not actually a focus rule. Okay, so we got two. Why don't I look? Perry Rodan. Aha, yeah, that makes sense. Because I do remember you telling me that it starts with the moon landing. And also, Perry Rodan, Greg, this very long-running serialized German science fiction story, actually predates the moon landing. So the moon landing was science fiction when it happened in this story.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
that reminds me of...
just kept going.
Do you know Dick Tracy? Famous comic strip character Dick Tracy?
Yeah, Greg, I know Dick Tracy.
Well, do you know that half that comic is sci-fi nonsense?
Yes. I mean, I don't know if it's 50%, but I do know that that's a major portion of the thing. Okay. So,
well, I mean, his granddaughter is half moon woman.
Oh, that's great.
And has psychic powers.
Well, I didn't know it was that ridiculous. The only Dick Tracy I've ever read is like the real classic stuff, like the first, like the Flat Top arc and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and that's all still there too. I want to be clear. That's all still there.
Is Flat Top still? Do they bring him back to life and stuff? Because Flat Top dies at the end of his first arc. I believe he gets drowned horribly.
I can't say for sure who not might be brought back to life at any point. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility for a long-running comic like this.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of other equally physical appearance-based gangsters who appear
Greg,
and disappear.
I have looked at the two sections, and I'm making an executive decision. We're going to start with section 179.5, Metal Shipment.
Okay.
A stern knock on your longhouse door reveals a man with skin as thick as leather. He tips his hat and then asks you to sign for a delivery as two men unload his wagon. Told you I'd come back with those materials, Yord. The pass is brutal, but the gains are sweet. Rewards. Gain 2 collective lumber and 5 collective metal.
Okay. Where do you want to put that? Do you want to spread it out between us? Or do you want to put it in the outpost?
Just put in this, because we can all use the stuff from the outpost supply for things, right?
For the things that we currently have unlocked. We don't know if that might change in the future.
Yeah, but I mean, like if I go to the craftsman, I can use wood from the
Yeah,
outpost?
and if we need to build a building, we can
Yeah.
use it from the outpost. So okay, so that was 2
Just
lumber
give it all to the
and
outpost.
5 metal.
5 metal. It's
5
primarily
that
metal
puts us up
shipment.
to 8.
All right, great. Yes,
Nice.
as a communist, I believe that it should all just go into the general. I'm not a communist, to be honest, but I do believe that we should just. Certainly, I'm an outpost communist. I do not think that the outpost of Frosthaven should be running on either individualist market principles or democratic principles.
We're a communist commune, James.
Until we've solved the whole hostile North wants to kill us problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all hunker down and do what we're told. There will be lots of time for liberty later, my friends. Okay. Now let's go to the more dynamic. Or not, I don't know if it's dynamic. It's actually quite possible that it's just as static. I'm just going to read text and we will have no say in what goes down. But it's certainly longer. And that's something too. So here we are. Section 156.1. Opening the pass. Okay, hold on. It's doing the gimmick where someone talks at first, so I gotta figure out who's talking. Aha. Fascinating, yes. A fascinating challenge. Oh, and an opportunity for the outpost, of course. A quattrel wrapped in a thick green cloak paces the floor of Satha's cabin, lost in thought as the mayor looks on from her seat by a map-strewn table. Satha raises a hand in greeting as you open the door, and the quattrel whirls towards you, startled. Oh! Yes, perfect. You must be the one Satha mentioned. Pinter Drummond, Tinker Extraordinaire, at your service. He bows with a flush. Issue 427 out of over 2,000. So, you have obviously an enormous way to go. But you're also making incredible progress.
Mm-hmm.
You're like me when I was like, now I've watched every 4th Doctor serial. Now I only have thousands of hours of Doctor Who left to watch.
Someone who would like to watch, someone who would like to listen to all of the Big Finish Doctor Who content.
Oh my goodness!
It's an insurmountable.
Have a good sleep, British. By the way.
Oh, good night.
Catch you on the weekend.
It's an insurmountable mountain that they just keep adding rocks to every week.
Yeah. So yes, this tinker, this quattrel, introduces himself as Pinter Drummond. Satha clears her throat, cutting Pinter's introduction short. A recent landslide changed the landscape of the frozen pass, the mayor explains. Between the rocks that fell out of the way and the valleys they filled up, we think we can create a shortcut through the Coppernecks that could save days for the supply teams and merchants coming across the mountains. You recall your own recent journey over the pass and agree you'd have appreciated a shortcut. That's the spirit, Satha continues. A shortcut means more merchants bringing goods, and more goods means more outposters survive in the winter. Pinter here is in charge of the engineering. Yes! Pinter jumps back in, unable to contain his excitement. And the place we're looking to build, he points to a map on the table, is a landslide area that's almost clear of rocks. I've created explosive devices to help remove the rest. Sorry. Whoops.
James, you completely...
I stopped to read what British said.
I know, you stopped to read the message.
And the place we're looking to build, he points to a map on the table, is a landslide area that's almost clear of rocks. I've created explosive devices to help remove the rest, but the fauna of the area are quite aggressive, and I can't get a team close enough to plant the charges. That's where you come in, Satha explains. Adal, Pinter, you're the only ones I trust to get these bombs where they need to be and handle yourself against the local animals. We'll have the charges packed and ready to go at dawn. You nod and turn to go and prepare your own supplies. But Pinter interjects. And not to worry, the charges are completely safe, he says, unprompted.
Yeah.
I've learned so much since my unfortunate incident in Gloomhaven. I don't know that we ever experienced that.
I don't know if we did. I think
somehow his assurance does not increase your confidence. And yeah, some of these, like, I've been more impressed more often. Actually, impressed pretty consistently more with the writing in this than in Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
And I think that little, just the unprompted at the end of that sentence. And not to worry, the charges are completely safe, he says, unprompted. That's good. That's pithy, but you get the idea. So we have unlocked a new scenario. Work freeze. So James,
Rich just texted that he is on his way down presently.
Okay. What an odd thing to... If he literally means he's coming down the stairs of his home. It seems like not sending that text would have got him here faster. But okay. I will prepare myself to add Rich to the show. In the meantime,
we've unlocked a scenario from this.
We've unlocked a new scenario. Work freeze.
This scenario sounds like it's going to ultimately help the Outpost.
Sounds like it. Okay. Let me make sure I'm doing the right one.
I like the
scenario 114. Okay. So this opens up a whole new, otherwise unconnected branch. It's not something that connects to the we arrived at the Outpost.
Yeah.
So here we are. Scenario 114, work freeze. So this scenario is part of a 3-scenario chain with scenarios 115 and 116. However, our new friend, the calendar event unlock symbol, tells us that after we complete the work freeze scenario, whenever we do it, that is not what's going to unlock the next one. That's a good thought, British. In fact, yes.
In fact, yes.
Specifically a new scenario. Specifically a new scenario.
I like the little close of the door.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's absolutely something that Rich will be interested to hear. Mm-hmm. So we'll save it. I will not insist on rereading the whole scenario text.
Oh, Rich will be crushed if you don't read it.
We'll summarize it for him.
Let's summarize, yeah.
We'll give him the capsule version.
Rich missed a name. I'm going to say it now. Are we going to give him the nod for that name? Or are we going to say, nah?
Oh, you know what?
How about this, James? How about in your summary, say the name?
Yes.
And if he catches it, he'll get the point. And if not, no.
There we go. I was like, oh, God. Am I supposed to reread all the text? But we'll see. And then, we also have to do an Outpost event. So it's entirely possible he'll get a second chance to hear a name. Because it's not the names that he hears. It's hearing the names hearing a name in 8 different Outpost phases. It doesn't specify that they have to be different names, and I guess they probably don't. But
no.
But that feels weird. Like, if it's just like 8 different times Satho was in the Outpost event.
Yeah, just 8 different times.
How many times? Every
time she comes in.
Hold
on.
I'm
Safa.
Mayor.
Remember me?
Mrs. Mayor. What's your name again?
It's like the character from Doctor Who. The PM.
Okay. So, Rich did in fact say at 9:49, 5 full minutes ago, on my way down. Down? Like, listen.
But James, you know that Rich's house is 15 stories high.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. They live in the modern kind of house where every room gets its own floor, and it's like a Dr. Seuss thing where it just like like the living room floor is much, much wider than the half bath floor below it. Kind of looks like it's teetering and stuff. So when he comes down the
like a wizard's
stairs,
tower.
yeah. So you can easily picture it that as he's coming down these stairs, he doesn't have to be careful. Like it's kind of if you've read the Ted Chiang story, Tower of Babel. What's my point here?
Only
No,
if he watches his
I think it's called
back.
Tower of Babylon. But that is an excellent story that basically it's a science fiction story about what if all the like early man conceptions of the cosmos were right, and so the Tower of Babel people were actually like building a tower that realistically could hope to reach heaven. And it's literally just the story is it picks up with a replacement work crew that's being sent up to do the final, like literally crack open the sky and get into heaven. And so like a huge part of the story is literally just describing the logistics of their trip up the tower that goes all the way. You could.
That's true, British. Our lives are in your hands.
What an alarming emoji. Oh my goodness, this is not a drill.
Oh, such a joy to see you, Rich.
All right, hold on, folks. Hold on.
James, for the record,
We're gonna prove it
that
to
was
you.
a very high-minded and fascinating way to picture Rich's 15-story home. But
Yes.
my immediate thought was the Wayside School children's series, if you recall that.
Yes, I do. Where
Yeah.
the architect said the builder said he was very sorry for building instead of a 1-story 30-room schoolhouse, a 30-story.
Story.
But okay, am I remembering correctly, Greg, that in that
Yeah.
children's series of books which are all collections of short stories, that there is in the cosmology of that building, there's a floor that's not supposed to be there, and anyone who goes to that floor is then just stuck there forever?
They're stuck there forever in a
limbo.
timeless space where they are forced to live out the same day of school over and over again.
Yeah.
In a sort of hell purgatory analogy.
Yeah. Just
that's in that children's series.
Yeah. That's the thing that stuck with me the most, besides just the general idea that it's a 30-story single 1 room per floor building. But oh my goodness.
But screw a series of short stories from the 1920s all the way to 2020, actually.
All right.
1970s.
Rich
is here.
We'll catch you up on what you missed.
Did you read any names? I remembered names. I remembered I'm supposed to know about names. Have any names been read?
Okay.
We'll recap.
Well, what I was going to do... No, okay. He's got it. British Rich says, welcome. And he notes that after it took a little bit of hinting from him to get us to stop and wait for you to show up before proceeding with some new stuff that just happened. But okay, we are just going to give you a summary because we read the 2 sections that were unlocked by the calendar. Mm-hmm. One of them was literally just 2 paragraphs of the salesman who we bought metal from showing up and dropping it off, and then we got some metal and some wood, mostly metal though. But then the other one is called Opening the Pass, and it is a conversation between Mayor Satha and the Quattral Tinkerer, Pinter Droman. And since you remembered, so you've heard a name too.
I was gonna yell name when you said names.
Name.
Well, there you go. That's 2.
Got a name.
So I will. Oh heck, let's just do it. Do it live. Hold on. How do I do this? I don't remember.
You just click on it and change it manually?
Yes, but it's all grouped. So there we go. I just needed to find this. Boom. Properties.
So Rich, how are you? Player 1, introducing Rich. Playing
so
the
good.
Banosphere. How you doing?
Thanks.
So good. Kind of blown away that it took this long for this to happen.
Yes.
in what 3 years of doing this.
You've
Yeah.
never been 50 minutes late, 1 hour late. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, like he's never just been like, nah, I'm not sleeping today. On
Ever?
a Friday
Oh,
on a Friday night, like
Oh yeah.
wow.
it's actually very impressive.
Yeah. Good. That was a good
Because like
run, Ethan.
this is not the first time I've come out of there at 10, but it is the
Yeah.
first time
It's
that
the first
he's
time it's happened on a Friday night that we
yeah
played the game.
yeah.
Hey, not bad. And yeah, and so here we all are. Yeah, so at the end of this engineer and the mayor talking to us, they briefed us. They've got a plan for creating a shortcut through by boom, boom. It doesn't really
Explosions?
tell us. Basically, there's been a landslide, and now this engineer thinks that we can consolidate a mix of where boulders fell away and where they landed and filled in valleys to create a path across the Copperneck Mountains by which supplies could be delivered from Gloomhaven to Frosthaven. However, they need to do some blasting, and they can't until the aggressive local wildlife is cleared out. And so that brings us to where we, are. Unlocking scenario 114, work freeze. So, I'm going to add work freeze to the map now. Which means I need to do this.
Do you think we just have to like kill all the animals? 'Cause that sucks. I want a better reason for killing all the animals.
Well, it's going to increase trade to the city, which they've suggested will overall help
Okay.
the city.
Do you think that scenario will have a move all the animals option?
Yeah. Well, it's entirely possible that when he tells us that there's aggressive wildlife, that means like there's a ton of black imps or some,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
it could just be
among
polar
other
bears.
things. Here is the
It could
last.
just be sad
Here's the
polar
last bit
bears.
of dialogue from the section that we just read, where we're just about to go off to get ready and do this mission, and Pinter interjects and says, "And not to worry, the charges are completely safe," he says, unprompted. "I've learned so much since my unfortunate incident in Gloomhaven." So he absolutely seems like the kind of character who might also be slightly miscontextualizing the creatures. Rich, we also learned why so many of the stickers shear off in such frustrating and defined ways. It's actually a plan because all of those stickers are actually across seams, and it's letting you put the sticker so that it won't be damaged. Which, by coincidence, I seem to have done correctly with some of them and not others. The coincidence being that any of them are done correctly.
Yeah, we figured it out because James was having a lot of trouble with the logging camp, which we've been using for the past two or three times we've been to Frosthaven, and we had somehow just never added the sticker. That the split in the sticker lines up perfectly with the split in the board, which is nice.
What a day.
Yeah, it's been, oh man, Rich, we've had so much
Yeah.
crazy times without you.
Like, I'm not saying that playing scenarios isn't fun. I'm just saying,
If we could just put
there are
stickers
also-
on bullets
yeah.
every week.
It can't all be about the lower pleasures. Every now and then you got to appreciate the fine things. Like good industrial design for your sticker sheets. Okay, so way down here, we could potentially blast a path. We also learned an interesting new thing, Rich. Well, we learned a new thing. I'll let you decide for yourself if you're interested in it. There's a new symbol that we encountered on the scenario flowchart, both for the scenario that we were planning to do, that we might still do, ice flows, and for this new one, work freeze, which is... I'll hold this a little bit closer. That little symbol with the 115, that is the calendar lock symbol. So the scenario after ice flows and the scenario after this work freeze aren't opened by us beating the previous scenario. They're opened by us beating the previous scenario and then a calendar event occurring through the passage of time.
Some time passing.
Oh.
Yeah. So this work freeze opens up an all new 3-scenario sequence, but they seem like they're going to be separated in time. Okay. Well, that is the first part of the Outpost phase, the passage of time. What's next, Greg?
Next up
It's the Outpost event. I've actually got it in front of me. I don't know why.
It sure is the Outpost event.
All right. I just need to grab an Outpost event. Hang tight.
All right.
I should have done this already. Active
No,
summer
James,
Outpost
it's cool. We didn't
events.
have any time.
I got it.
We weren't vamping or filling time. So.
That's all right. I've got everything laid out pretty well in this room.
Yes.
You are walking through the slushy streets. Oh, this is Summer Outpost Event 64, which means somehow or other we put this in the deck.
5 away from 69 is what it means.
Yeah, it's almost nice. It's okay.
Almost nice.
It's decent.
It's getting there. Yeah.
So, I don't know exactly what this is going to be, but it's something we put in there. So I think the reason it got in there will come clear pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You are walking through the slushy streets of Frosthaven when you hear a muffled scream from a dark alley to your left. You rush to investigate and find Muggsy the Blinkblade, a hair away from plunging one of their daggers into a pathetic man in ragged clothes. Help! The man pleads through the Blinkblade's thin fingers covering his mouth. Worth the Sinra! The Blinkblade scoffs and then turns their attention to you. This man is a Sinra scout! City is expanding. If we don't run it out now, who knows what insidious elements to take hold in Frosthaven? You don't have the resources, he's declared slow now, to deal with these snake kissers along with everyone else attacking you in the north. Just let me kill him and be done with it. You recognize the man as a traveler who arrived in town a few weeks back. Option A. Mayor Satha frowns on murder within the outpost. Advise the Blinkblade to do it outside the walls. Option B. You should interrogate him to make sure there aren't others.
Ooh. I was going to say, if the options are, like, stop the Blinkblade from killing this dude or, like, let him, then obviously we just let him, because we're friends with the Blinkblade. I trust him. But the idea that there might be others and we should maybe play this smarter rather than just kill him immediately is an interesting one.
Yeah. This is not a case where it's like it's a goody option and a baddie option. It's literally like, we're going to take the Blinkblade at his word, but what's the more practical approach? To me, it seems obvious that we want to interrogate the guy, especially because if we interrogate him and find out he's not a Sinra guy, then we'll feel glad that we didn't kill him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'd like to kill the Blinkblade, but
why would you like to? You were the Blinkblade.
yeah, I think that'd be a really funny way for today to go.
That would be interesting if an Outpost event, like, for one of the former characters did give you an attack them option. If you picked it, it was like immediately unlock and play scenario, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you
we've already fought.
Maybe that's the future of the Bone Shaper, right? Because she can bring a whole battle with her.
She could, yeah. But also, she's gonna be our best friend forever.
Right. So we're not murderers. We're torturers.
Yeah, we're not murderers. Hey, it's enhanced interrogation techniques, James.
Yeah, the enhanced interrogation technique where we... I don't want to come up with an example of why would I want to do this. All right, have fun lurking, British, and even more fun sleeping, because it is awesome to be asleep. Option B. What? Are you doubting my ability to do my job? The Blinkblade asks. He's the only piece of garbage Sinra bothered sending. Plus, they receive extensive anti-interrogation training. Probably even has a poison capsule in his tooth or something. Yep, there he goes. The man begins to convulse and foam at the mouth. The Blinkblade lets him go, and he slumps to the ground dead. The Blinkblade quickly raises up their hands as if to absolve themselves of responsibility. Hey, that was definitely, technically, not murder. Gain 1 prosperity, lose 1 morale.
Okay.
We got all psyched up for the torture, I guess.
I think it's just the fact that there was a death in the city, James.
Okay. Well,
Can we know what the other option was?
uh, well, it resulted in gaining 1 prosperity and 1 inspiration.
So I guess instant murder was the way to go.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
should've-
we gained a prosperity. Does that knock us over the edge, or are we still one away?
great question, Greg. We're still 1 away. But next
one away?
prosperity tick, and we go up to prosperity level 2,
Nice.
which unlocks new things, new potential buildings to build. If we had a shop,
new
it would presumably
upgrades.
upgrade new things in the shop. I think we'll get a shop when we clear the pass.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense
It does.
because it was all about being able to bring more stuff to this.
And also, when you create new characters, if the prosperity level's up, then you can prosper with them. You can start them at the level of whatever your prosperity level is. So there are benefits to be had, and we shall have them. Okay,
Hooray!
that's good. So that was a pretty good event. Thank you, Blinkblade.
It's actually half the current prosperity level rounded up.
Oh, okay. So is that new?
I think it might be.
Yeah, that sounds new.
Good catch, Greg.
I gotta
Saved
stop.
Saved us a good martining.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop just saying that things are the rule because I know it was the rule in the previous game.
Right.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. So,
Character creation. I don't know. I don't even know where it is in the manual. Under downtime. Here we go. Create a character. Visual benefits. Done.
hello, Hunter.
Yeah, we're gonna kill all animals.
Okay.
We're gonna.
No, we might have just actually done it wrong in Gloomhaven.
Oh, okay. Great.
Which actually makes a lot of sense because by the end, I was not starting my characters as high as we thought we were allowed, precisely because I was like, it takes all the character development out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
okay.
So is that the entirety of the event?
That is the event. The Outpost event is over. We are moving
Rich, you
on.
okay?
Oh, yeah, just a little bit of my always cold.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So it's building operations.
Building
time.
operations.
Let me grab the buildings.
Yeah, we gotta go through them in order. Oh.
Okay. So, which of these are operations? The logging camp. We could collectively buy.
Rich, the other thing we did before you got here was a guy came in with a shipment that we had ordered previously, so we got a
Did he
bunch of
have
resources.
Did he have a name?
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Nah, that guy didn't have a name.
No.
Okay.
And also,
You only get one name.
your personal quest is specifically to hear names in 8 different outpost phases. So multiple names
then
in
why
one
am I
outpost.
paying such close attention right now?
I don't know, because there's also not going to be any names anymore.
You don't know that. Could be a name somewhere.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
I've heard that all I need to do is hear James read a name. So
Yeah.
That is the way that I wrote it on the screen. Although, had you tried to call it when I said Muggsy the Blinkblade, I would have pointed out that Muggsy was not actually written on the card, and I wasn't reading that. I was inserting that for flavor. So we have 2 buildings that have operations, but the barracks operation is that we could train an extra soldier, but it's at capacity, so we cannot do that.
So we'll get that.
The logging camp, we could collectively buy up to 1 wood in exchange for 2 gold.
I mean, why not? What else? What other use do we have for gold currently?
Yeah.
get buried with it.
How much? Do you have any gold at all, Rich? I don't think
No.
you picked up any. Yeah, you're
Nope.
completely out.
2
I'm
gold.
a no gold boy.
I'll spend both. I'll spend the full
Oh,
2.
great. All right. Thank
But I'm
you,
taking the
Drifter.
I'm taking the wood. I'm putting it in my supply.
Okay. I think that's allowed. When it says collectively buy, kind of
It's
makes it sound
collective,
like it
so
should
we
go
can
in the
put it in.
collective, but
I think
guess
I
it's
think we
the
can put it
act of
anyway.
buying was collective.
Yes.
Okay. I can accept that.
Now, the final
Now-
step of the second to last
Second
step, actually.
final.
It's downtime.
Downtime. So, does anyone have 2 herbs and want to craft a potion?
Let me see. No.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, then our potion status will continue to
And
look
does
like
anybody
this.
want to
We've
do? Does
discovered
anybody want to
4
do
of the
the
potions
craft
available
items?
in the game. I have nothing that I want to craft. No.
Yeah, me neither. Not currently.
Okay. So,
Okay.
that I believe is everything in terms of downtime.
So it's construction time,
So
baby.
now it's construction time. What's available to us? Well, the sled and the climbing gear are available at the workshop. And then on the map, we have the level 1 enhancer could be built. There are no walls left that we can build. And then there's the mining camp and the hunting lodge.
Okay.
So that's it. Enhancer, mining camp, hunting lodge.
Now,
Hunting lodge
any of the-
is a good thing
yeah,
when we're about to kill all the animals.
I do actually agree with Rich that hunting lodge is a good thing, though not for the reasons stated. However, just out of curiosity, James, is there anything that's upgradable, or have we already upgraded everything that can be? We have to wait for a prosperity tick.
Yeah, I don't believe that we have any. Wait, hold on.
Because the upgrades, as I know, a lot of them
Okay.
are prosperity
Wait.
based. So
Yes,
we can't
hold on.
upgrade things. Yeah, go on, James.
I need to double check how these building cards are laid out. I find the building cards a little clumsier to read than most of the cards. I guess it makes sense.
Okay.
It's their first try doing them. But let me just find the... Another advantage of my new setup is I just have the manual right here on the table in front of me at all times. This new setup is going to be good, I think. For a number of reasons. And I bet it makes me better at focus. Not regular, like human focus. I am as good at
building
that
and
as I'm
upgrading
ever
always
going
has
to
a
get.
prosperity requirement.
Yeah, I know that. But hold on. Here we are. Upgrade cost. Okay, we do have upgradable buildings. Here's what can be
what's
upgraded right now. We could upgrade... we could upgrade the alchemist.
Okay.
We could upgrade the craftsman. And we could... That's it.
That's it. Those are the two.
Those are the two.
So obviously that would bring us more potions and more craftable items if we upgraded either of those. Do
That
either of
seems
those sound
almost
more
certain.
interesting to you? Do either of those sound better to you than just getting some guaranteed
Getting
skins?
I
Rich?
think skins sounds valuable.
Yeah. I'm bringing you in, Rich.
You
No.
can never have
Hard
too
and
much
fast,
skin.
I'm bringing you in.
Hunting.
All right.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it. We've got
Yeah.
all the materials we need.
As they say, you can never have too. You can never be too rich or too skin.
Gross. Okay. So how about 2 wood from Greg, 1 from James, and 1 from the Outpost to pay the 4 wood cost?
Am I putting in 1 wood? Did you say?
Yeah, and the Outpost is putting in 1 wood, and then I'm putting in 2.
Okay. Hold on. What else is required here? Hunting lodge. 4 wood, 1 metal, 2 hide.
Yeah. So we've got that in spades. We got metal, especially in spades.
Okay.
So
Where's my character sheet?
Well,
I
that's
just need to
you.
grab that so I can.
we just
update
put
my-
we have 8 metal in the Outpost. So let's put that down to
Oh.
7.
Yep. But I'm putting in a wood. You say? So I'm down to 1 wood.
Yeah, I've updated it in the supply spreadsheet.
Perfect. I like to keep
And
that
then
for myself too.
Yeah.
In paper.
And then we need 2 hide. So I've got 2 hide. You've got a hide. The Outpost has 2 hide, and the unpresent Lauren has 1 hide. So
Take Lawrence.
I think that's unfair.
Yeah, I'll put a hide in. I'll put my hide in.
I'll put a hide in 2.
The Bone Shaper really isn't that into hide.
Yeah,
It's his least favorite part of
You
a
get
person.
once you get the
Yeah.
hide off, that's when you
The
really
first
see the
thing
good
you
stuff.
saw off. Yeah. And then 10 gold. So
Many of my best friends have sloughed off.
I can do 6 if you. I can do upwards of 6. Or we can split it 50-50, you and me. Rich has no money.
Got
Okay.
nothing.
Money wise, how much do we need again? We need 10.
We need 10.
I'll
yeah.
put in 5.
We'll put in 5. Okay, so that puts you down to 7 gold.
Perfect.
Yeah. I will also put in 5, putting me down to 9 gold.
The records all line up. That's good to know. All right, so we've got the hunting lodge level 1 coming in.
Built.
Once I find it, I have found it.
Good job, James.
What a guy that James is.
What a guy.
Now, does this yeah, so we're going to gain prosperity for this, so we're going to go up a tick in prosperity.
Oh.
You got to read the building card to us.
Hold on.
I know, you're doing the sticker.
Yeah.
It's precision here.
Here's what I can line up. There.
Yeah, the fence.
There we
the
go.
Fence on like the roads. There you go.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a little messy down here, but not that bad. And it's fine. It's good enough. Good enough for government work. Okay. So, gotta get a card for that.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Available.
I think we're keeping up a good pace with with building. I think we haven't built every time, but we've built most times.
Oh, whoops! I don't need to go and get the card for that. I have it somewhere here.
And also, of the 4 original things we had to build, we gained the enhancer through unlock.
What have I
We've
done
built
here?
3 of them. So at this point, we've built the logging camp, the wall, and now we've built the hunting lodge. So all we have left of our original options is the mining camp.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Hunting lodge level 1. Okay, here we go. A hunting lodge level 1 lets us collectively buy up to 1 hide for 2 gold, plus 1 prosperity, and section 172.3.
All right. Time for a section read.
Okay.
Hunter is very back and forth today in a way he's not usually.
He's also worked up that I just disappeared for 1 hour.
It's fair.
I was like,
It's like, what the fuck happened in there?
Oh, wait, no. 172.3 and the plus 1 prosperity is for when we upgrade, not when we build.
No, the party gains. We do get a thing.
Do we?
Yeah, it says when this cost is paid, cover it by marking level 1 sticker and insert the matching level 1 card into the building deck in sequential order. The party then gains the prosperity bonus and applies any other one-time effects indicated on the building's card.
I don't think...
Is there nothing indicated on the card?
There is an exclamation point that says plus 1 prosperity and section 172.3, but section 172.3 is called Hunting Lodge Upgraded. I do not... Okay, let me look at some of the other building cards, because I bet like the enhancer, level 1. No? There's no obvious... Google it, Greg.
Let me just go to the rule book to see if they've got outline of the card here. No, go away. Oh, here we are.
Okay, building deck. G.
Yeah, because we've definitely added prosperity from building buildings before.
It says effects. Yeah, it
Oh wait,
says that
give me the section. Give me the section number, James.
172.3. And yeah, it's literally the example in the book of the thing you do when you first add the card to the deck is this Hunting Lodge card, section 172.3. Is the idea that there was always a hunting lodge there, but we just like have formalized it? It's no longer just a decrepit old building? Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
The very
says,
first
hold
line.
on. It says here. It says. Sorry, I was just reading a FAQ about this.
Errata.
It says, yeah, in a
wrong.
way, you did upgrade from a foundation to an actual building, so that it's just a weirdly named.
That's
section.
Very stupid, but okay.
Yes.
Especially because the very first sentence, as I read this section, 172.3, with a fire roaring in the background, the finished hunting lodge, not the upgraded hunting lodge, is the perfect location to exchange tales of narrow escapes from polar bears. Oh, we don't escape from polar bears. We make sure to kill all the polar bears before escaping from wolves.
Mm-hmm.
As well as provide hides for Frosthaven. You encounter all sorts of patrons whose rugged appearances often belie certain gruff kindness. You know what? There's almost certainly one of these for the logging... Okay, no, there's no event for the logging camp. There's just the prosperity, which we did add.
Okay, cool.
You encounter all sorts of patrons whose rugged appearances often belie certain gruff kindness. One of those patrons is a vermling trapper, who sits nearest the fire and away from the crowd, a square hat shadowing their eyes. Sitting beside their wares of lustrous exotic furs, they are currently absorbed in constructing an intricate snare. When you ask them to explain their process, they warm up to you. Much of my time is spent not in action, but in observation. It's a matter of understanding the animals and their habits. If you're truly interested, perhaps I can show you sometime? You readily agree.
I don't know, man.
You readily agree. Happy for the company.
That does not seem like me.
Are you sure you don't want to see what animals look like when they're in triumphs?
When they're in that
I can show you that anytime you like.
Yeah. And we will now unlock this class.
Oh, he's a guy. He's a full-on guy. Okay. Well, I'm glad you gave him a creepy voice, James.
Well, he's never going to speak again until he's retired. He or she is retired.
One of us has to speak as him all the time.
We'll do that for Swamphaven. Everyone has to give their character a voice and is not allowed to speak in their normal voice until the character retires.
I got a feeling a lot of Rich's characters are going to sound a lot like Rich.
Yeah. Some of them will sound like Robert.
That's not allowed. They're all going to sound like Robert or like Rich's greatest character creation, Captain Abstinence.
Which kind of sounds like Robert.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh my goodness. I'm picking away at the seal. Eventually I will have... there are so many stickers that I can't... Well, I understand why now, but I was begging them to stop falling apart and they wouldn't stop. This sticker just won't come apart. And now it has. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't necessarily think we're going to be surprised by this.
Is that it's going to be a vermling trapper, is what I'm guessing?
We have unlocked the vermling trapper. Oh, wait. I'm showing it to the folks at home, but not to my friends who can't see my face right now. The vermling trapper.
Oh, I like his hat. It's sort of like a conical hat, but square.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like, is it Raiden?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a very Raiden look. Yeah. Absolutely. A vermling's small stature makes the cold climate of the north particularly inhospitable. But when forced to choose between the harsh elements and the constant harassment of human settlers in the south, some clans have decided to risk the snow and ice. Many have found homes near Frosthaven, mostly in the Radiant Forest, which is always unseasonably warm. Malevolent forces, however, have begun to push the vermlings out of this forest as well, once again leaving them scrambling for survival. A major part of survival is hunting for food and hides to keep warm. for food and hides to keep warm. And trappers have always been good at that, giving them a strong edge in the unforgiving wilds. They have grown quite adept at not only laying a variety of snares, but also luring their prey into the deadly traps. Quick on their feet, and with jaws of metal never in short supply, trappers are prepared to bring down any quarry.
They must have a lot of metal.
Yeah. This is a complexity character complexity of 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It has
He sounds like he's trap focused.
no elemental affinities, maximum rating in control, and then second highest rating for ranged, mobility, and support, low defense, and low melee.
Yeah.
So
he's a thin-skinned guy, but with a lot of cloud control, a lot of crowd control abilities.
Yeah, and the trapper comes with all sorts of trap
Oh, hooray!
tokens.
Oh wow!
Makes
I like
sense.
that he gets his own traps though. That's nice.
Yeah. And it looks like
Cool.
possibly one summon that's supposed to be a decoy.
Man,
So
we
that's
got a
fun.
lot of options for when somebody retires now.
Yeah. We're busting them out.
Is this the fourth option? Like the fourth character that nobody's playing currently?
Characters that we have... characters that nobody's playing.
Yeah.
In the base game, it's the starters, we haven't done the Deathwalker yet.
Yeah.
And then unlockable ones, we have the Algox Snowspeaker, the Lurker Deep Wraith, and now the Vermling Trapper. So that's all
Nice.
coming together. We're going to be painting up a storm, Greg.
Yes, I will. And we've reached prosperity 1 or 2. Do we start at 0?
No, we start at level 1. So we have
We've
reached
reached 2.
prosperity level 2. So if you could reflect that, Greg, in the console. Oh, also, did you take off the morale there?
No, I did not. Let me do both of those things right now.
Please do.
So we've lost a morale. We're down to 8 morale. However,
morale.
we are up to prosperity 2.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I gotta remind the thing how to update. There it goes. Good. Our total defense didn't change.
Nope.
And otherwise at prosperity level 2, what does that do for us? We can now build...
Quite a few more upgrades now. I think almost
Yeah,
everything.
it's going to be
is
mostly
upgraded
upgrades,
now.
but there's also one new wall segment we can build. But let's
Nice.
see. What can be upgraded now?
You're gonna have to update this building sheet for me and for Rich,
Okay.
but
I'll have-
mostly for me.
I'll have to get down to that at some point.
I spend half my day on that sheet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It actually looks like we haven't unlocked a single new upgrade.
Really? They're
Looks
all,
like all of the buildings
30.
are either like the barracks. We have not reached whatever condition will allow us to upgrade it in the first place,
Right.
And all the rest of them require prosperity 3 for their
Wow. Okay.
next level.
Well, we got a wall. We did get a wall segment.
Yes, we did.
All right.
All right. So yeah, good stuff.
There's nothing to. We don't want to lose 2 morale to build something else. I think we're going at a good pace, and there's nothing to repair. So that is the outpost phase done and
That's the
dusted.
outpost phase. All right. So it is 10:33.
We are not starting one.
We're not
but
starting.
Let's choose one.
So let's make sure that let's choose, and we'll do the
Kill all animals.
We'll do the. Rich, you want to pivot and go kill all the animals?
Because why don't you read out all the options, James? But I think Rich is excited about killing all these animals. But let's see all the options.
I'm also excited about a 3 scenario get a thing done. You know.
I do like that too.
We
I
can't
agree.
just do them though. The
So
second
we have
one.
no idea where that. We have
the
no
next
idea when
part-
that thing's getting added.
The next part's going to be unlocked by calendar event, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so here
Where are
are
we at, James?
the options available to us.
Okay.
We can go. We've never done the frozen crypt branch scenario, which unlocked when we first beat a boss. When we do the frozen crypt scenario, we head off into the blue quests that I believe are actually the main plot of the game.
Right.
And that will branch immediately in two directions with scenarios 9 and 10. One branch that pretty much immediately terminates, and another branch that branches and
Goes
gets
a lot
going.
of ways.
Ends with us fighting the frost.
The Frost.
Yes. It's got to be the Frost.
And then, okay, so that's Frozen Crypt. We have, back in the Ancient Technology arc, we didn't do the Spire basement, but that's just kind of there. It comes out of a scenario we did, and it feeds into a scenario we did. But we also have the Derelict Elevator, an entirely different route we could take after the Crystal Trench that then immediately branches twice and feeds off. There are quite a few more green Ancient Technology scenarios to be reached down there.
I do like the Ancient Technology stuff.
Up here in the Lurker arc that we've been doing, we have the Ice Floes scenario, which, now that I'm looking at it, kind of absurdly doesn't count for you, Greg, as a boat scenario, even though I can confirm the map for this scenario is the deck of our boat.
That could be a mistake. We should remember to consult the errata because this is first printing.
But it's also entirely possible that we'll read the scenario text and it's like,
before you can leave on your boat.
The rows of your boat can't fit, and so you have to commission an ice boat, an icebreaker or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm skeptical that that's it. So we'll check the errata. But those are
then we could just do a bunch of calendar events. Let all the ice melt. The polar bears will die themselves just on their own.
Yeah.
And we get all the birds stoned at once.
Just from the emissions that we're putting out.
Yeah.
But we can only advance the calendar during outpost phases, which require us to do scenarios. So
and then there was another branching scenario that we
the only reason not to do that.
So if we do the ice flows, we have also once again hit the wall in terms of where we go.
Time.
But also, back when we just did the edge of the world, we also had the option to go to the Frozen Fjord. And the Frozen Fjord does not just wind up in the same place. It actually branches to two dead ends, but there are two other scenarios to be unlocked there. So we have all those choices, and then we have Work Freeze, which we just unlocked, which doesn't connect to any of this.
So our options are to summarize, our options are one alternative path that won't unlock anything new, but it's a different scenario. Heading down into a mysterious elevator that will go towards more ancient technology stuff. Yeah. There's the one we just
on an elevator.
I mean, that's classic beat 'em ups. You don't have to talk to me and James about fighting on an elevator. There's the one we just unlocked tonight, which is going to clear a path to the city. There's the Frozen Crypt, which is something that was unlocked long ago. And then there is finally the two what are they called? Lurkers storylines. The land route that we didn't take, and heading off further into the waters.
All right, my vote is first place elevator, second place the one that takes us on to what James thinks is the main quest. Mm-hmm. Third is kill all animals.
Kill all animals. Okay. James,
I'll share my feelings.
Okay.
We did discuss doing the ice flow scenario because we've kind of been mining individual tracks. And so I did call this episode the Road to Ice Flows. However, that doesn't matter to me, and I don't mind calling it audible, so I can live with that. And also...
And we can also rename anything on YouTube.
As we already know... Well, no, we can't... It's not that simple, Greg, because now the starting soon screen displays the episode title. So I would need to do some serious editing. Not serious editing.
I assume that anyone who watches it on YouTube skips the starting soon screen.
That's probably true.
That's probably a fair estimate.
It's fine. It's cool to pull an audible. And also, as you know, as everyone probably knows by now, I'm very excited about the Lurker Deep Wraith, and I'm really, really hoping that when I retire the Bone Shaper, she'll still be available, and then I can play as her. And so... I can see a case for saying, you know what? Let's put a pin in the crown and have a lurker on the team when we go back to it. If this is an event that is culturally significant to the lurkers, we should have some lurker representation.
Yeah.
Because like
I like that.
right now, what we're doing is
Make
cultural
the
appropriation.
voices heard. Yeah.
Like this is like we are like collecting the elegant marbles, and we're like,
Nothing problematic about fighting in an elevator or kill all animals.
yeah, yeah.
That's true.
So
Both those things equally unproblematic.
I do think that there's obviously a point at which we want to start the story, or start the main story, if indeed that is the main story. I think it is, but who knows?
I mean, yeah.
Also, perchance, there's a degree to which we want to get a shop open.
Yes.
For the benefits of having
Open
a shop.
Up shop.
So perhaps we go and kill all the animals. Perhaps we follow the serendipity of this thing happening because of the calendar.
Yeah.
And we pivot.
I will say.
Kill all animals. Open up shop.
Here's where I'm at.
Okay.
I would like to do the. I would also like to do the elevator, but I would also like to kill all animals. Those are my two ones. So I would say. We keep saying that, even though it probably will in no way be kill all. We won't be fighting deer, but either way.
Hold on. We can do a little sneak preview.
Jason's gonna look it up. It'll be like kill all the chipmunks.
It won't be deer. It'll be like snowbucks.
No, this scenario is absolutely going to be about laying charges. The scenario is complete when C+4 ice pillars have been destroyed.
Oh, we're destroying ice
pillars. So you kill all animals that way.
It does look like we will be killing animals in the course of doing it.
But there'll be animals trying to stop us from destroying their homes, James, and that's unacceptable.
No.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
Okay. So is that it? Is that what we want to do?
I'm passionate about a scenario for the first time ever.
Right.
I would say if that's the shared one that we all are interested in, then yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, then we're following our hearts. There is this sense in which this is a bit of a pain in the ass because
HART, so that we can kill it.
Yeah. I have to put all the ice flow scenario stuff away and then get. But it's not all lost effort because there was a new monster. There will be eventually when we go back to the ice flow scenario, and so I punched all its stuff into the spreadsheet, so we're a little bit closer. We've almost encountered half of the monsters in Frosthaven.
Wow. There's a lot of monsters in Frosthaven.
There are a lot. 48, I believe. At any rate, quite a few. And so that's done, and there are I just looked. We're just playing the hits. We're only facing enemies we've faced before. In the mountains. So there's not that much setup for me. So I'm down for it. We're going to go. That also means the saddest part is that means we have to do a road event and not a boat event.
Yeah. But it does sound like we will be definitely going back to Gloomhaven after this one due to the calendar event. So it sounds like the new hotness is the elevator unless something else comes along.
We'll see.
So we're gonna go kill some animals. We've got a plan forward right now.
Well, we might as well do the road event so that next time.
Well, I was going to ask actually. Do you want to do that at the beginning of next time in case Lauren joins us, or do you want to do it now?
No, I don't mind keeping with the gimmick of if the Gemini shows up, it's just a bunch of bugs like falls out of one of our packs, and they didn't really experience the road event.
Okay.
Because I think there's something to be said for getting as much of this shit out of the way, so that when we're doing a scenario, we're playing we're doing a
we're
scenario
just playing the scenario.
We just get down to it and we play it. So check this out: Summer Road Event 18. If there was a landscape that told a story, it's this one. Heaps of rusted metal dotted with punctures from crude long spears and skeletons of fallen algox intertwine in a tapestry of carnage. You're picking carefully through the remains when you spot it, a robotic corpse with a still glowing chest. It looks as though its designer had attempted to make a savus out of metal, and the core powering it has remained charged long after its host passed. You pull the power core free and it hums in your hand, warm and pleasant. In a sea of death, this object beats on. Option A. If it was made for these automatons, It has harmful power. Destroy it. Option B, keep the core. It may come in handy someday.
Keep the core.
Right. I do think we should. I'm definitely in favor of keeping the core, and I also think, from a role playing perspective, the Bone Shaper would be, because this is we pulled life out of a dead thing in the middle of a scene of carnage. That's the best kind of life.
Yeah.
You know, like
Which do you have a strong opinion of this core?
If the Bone Shaper has to hold if the Bone Shaper ever has to hold a live baby, she prefers to have just cut that out of a dead mother's womb.
Jesus Christ, James!
I'm just thinking of
keep it light.
I was making a Berserk reference, but then even as I was saying it, I was like, "There's no sense in which this is a Berserk reference." I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about Berserk, but just discussing the imagery of live babies from corpses, which is both the origin story of Guts.
In fact, you've done it twice now.
That's the origin story of Guts, the main character of Berserk. And it's also the origin story of Yaksha, the original vampire in Christopher Pike's last vampire series. So I've been inundated with that imagery throughout my life. So yeah, we're keeping the core. I don't know, because we'll see what the result is right now anyway. But I'm gonna lay my marker down and say that maybe this seeds an event into the Outpost that one day results in a robot attack on the Outpost.
Possibly, or results in a robot friend.
Whatever it is something strange. Robots. So check this out. You slip the core into your pocket. It makes you feel strong to carry it. Alive.
Great.
Thump thump. You can hear it thrumming in your pocket. Now, to decide what to use it for. We gain the Charged Core campaign sticker. Okay. And nothing else. So, we can take care of that while we're all here together. Okay. And our stickers are up to date, which is great.
We got a core.
Wait a minute. What did that say? Okay. Oh, I see. All right. I get it. I was a bit confused because I looked and I was like, oh, there's two of them. And then I looked closer and I was like, they both say uncharged core. But then I looked I looked less close. I looked more broadly and realized there are two uncharged core stickers and two charged cores. So it's going to be a core cluster. These cores
all over the place.
I guess the core cluster will start here on this little section. I am deeply scared. I mean, I can see how many campaign stickers there are. Yeah, probably we don't get them all, but I have a hard time believing they're all going to fit. We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
So we get the charged core.
All right.
We'll find out later, quite possibly much later, when we have more cores, charged and uncharged alike. But that was cool. This was all very cool. Came together well. We have advanced.
Rich was here the whole time.
The story. Well, he was here at all, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
And so I'll put the Outpost of Frosthaven back up so we can all look at, just so we can remember what we're fighting for here. But all right, so we didn't play a scenario.
Constructed city.
We didn't play a scenario today, but in preparation, I did review not only the monster focus rules, but also the tiebreaker rules. Turns out, with I think one exception, which is that I hadn't grokked the change. Go figure. The changes are one of the bigger blind spots for me for a lot of them, because I've only read the manual before we started playing, and then I had a winter semester to get through. The key change here is that when monsters determine, their first priority for a target, besides avoiding damage, is the least movement points, and not just the fewest hexes moved. And that's new. That's the only blue text there. Other than that, though, it turned out, and I kind of thought this would be true, that I did generally know the focus rules and the tiebreaker rules, because what I think has really been the problem, one of the bigger problems, has just been executing the focus rules, particularly when there's a lot of monsters, because I've been playing with a setup where I've had the game on a waist-high card table while I'm standing up with the rest of my stuff up here. And when there's a lot of monsters, not only, like, I want to keep things moving to begin with, so that puts me cross-pressured between getting it all right and being like, oh man, people are watching this and my friends are sitting in their homes waiting for me. And I'm like counting hexes to figure out where Lightning Eel number 7 is going to move. But also the fact that I am bent over at the waist and I can't see, like, and other information that I need is up here back on the table has been bad. And I basically figured out I can kind of shift some things around, and we're going to try putting the scenario up here and other junk that's less important on the waist-high card table off to the side. Theory being that I can more easily just kind of go like this and see what number of which of these things is which, and then also work it out. And hopefully that will make me feel less like, gotta go. Because ideally, I mean, in a perfect world, you execute the focus rules perfectly, right? I think most of the time, even getting the focus rules wrong is more like, tossing a big stone in a pond, and less like...
But James, if the world was perfect, we never would have started playing Gloomhaven on Zoom.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. I would not even... This Twitch channel wouldn't exist if the world was perfect. In a perfect world, nobody ever watches anything on this Twitch channel because it doesn't exist. And on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap up. So check it out, folks. Tomorrow, I'll be back here. Sorry, Greg, are you raising your hand to ask a question or something?
No, just putting my hand in a position. Sorry.
I'm a professional, Greg. If I see someone with their hand up, I call
I'm sorry.
them so they can ask the question.
Mr. Ross, please.
Yeah. Oh, doxing me. No, it's okay. I do it all the time by mistake.
It's not doxing. You say your last name every week.
I do it constantly. And also, like, I don't feel like any of us have done a great job of brushing the tracks away in the snow. We really rely...
Certainly not Robin, who has his whole address.
We rely on the kindness of strangers to not track us down and harass and kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
And we appreciate
do
that.
it if you want.
Don't invite that into our lives.
Rich is a big believer in freedom of harassment and murder. So, oh my goodness. Tomorrow, I'll be back here playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Pool of Radiance, the first ever D&D PC RPG from 1988, I believe. And things are really picking up. And I don't know if I can pull it off because there are at least 3 big objectives to do, but the party's getting a lot better, and I'm going to make a push to finish clearing Flan so we can turn our eyes to the rest of the Moonsea region. We'll see. One big locked building that I thought was Koval Manor, but now I think, no, a different big locked building is Koval Manor. The big locked building that I now think is Koval Manor, and somewhere there's got to be a temple, and I'm assuming that it's big because I think it's going to be in the wealthy district, and everything there seems bigger than the buildings in other places. Go figure. On Sunday, I'll be back playing Quest for Glory 3, Wages of War. And this time we actually did bust through the walls and get the plot moving. So we're picking up with things happening, and I anticipate that things will just start happening and then continue happening. And I'm very excited for that, because it's been a bit of a slog to make the progress. Playing the game is not a slog. I'm charmed by the game. The game has won me over. But I'm really, really much more excited for this game that has won me over to show me something. And so that's what's up next. Then, Tuesday, if Greg can stay in good health, so probably not. But if he pulls it off,
It's not happening.
it's finally going to happen. We are going to start the Battletoads series in our exploration of the beat 'em up. That's a game that is well beloved and also widely hated by the same people.
Yeah.
Because it is also a game that is lovingly and masterfully crafted with some design decisions that are so bad that they render most of the creativity in the game inaccessible to the average player.
Yeah.
But what we will definitely get is one excellent level of a Ness beat 'em up, one excellent now they're rappelling into a pit level that introduces a new control scheme, half a level of more excellent beat 'em up action, and then they get to the speeder bikes halfway through level 3, and everyone just gets game over. I will figure out how to get the Game Genie working on the emulator so that we can see levels 4 and beyond the only way anyone ever has, by cheating.
Not true. There's people who have beaten it legitimately.
Listen, you may consider those freaks people. No, we're all people, even the freaks. I just want to be clear. Message of inclusion.
Yes. All right.
So, and then finally, at an unscheduled time, I'm hopping on and I am playing Adventures of Lolo 3. So if you like the pushing of blocks and the collecting of hearts in squares, tune in for that. And the same one song playing for 3 hours. And so on and so forth. And then it'll be Friday again before you know it. We'll actually play a scenario, fight some monsters. Perhaps monsters that are focusing on the correct targets most, if not all of the time. I'll try that for you, Martin, I promise.
So, dream.
All right, it's a crazy dream. But all right, that's it. We're out of here. So until the next time that we're all at the same,
kill all animals place.
We're all at the recent landslide, ready to just gank some polar bears together. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet, even the freaks.